This week, I'd like to take a moment to focus on the benefits of gratitude. I know with Thanksgiving coming up, that's a strange connection, but I figured we go ahead and roll with it. Seriously though, it's a messed up world, and there are a lot of people right now that are hurting and that are in need. However, we magnify what we look at. If you had a magnifying glass and you put it on this or you put it on that, it's going to get bigger, whatever you point at. If you point at the negative things, at the bad things, at the scary news headlines, or the low bank account balance, or the challenges that you're facing, you're going to make those things much larger. However, it works the same way if you look at positives. If you look at the blessings in your life, the good things that you have, maybe your health, or the money that you have, or the ability to spend time with friends and family, those things are going to get bigger in your mind and in your heart, and it's going to affect your life. So the important thing to focus on in this season, I think, is where are we pointing our magnifying glass? If we are to approach the Thanksgiving holiday and miss the point, well, then we've missed the point. Maybe a solution to all the negativity around us is to focus instead on our positives. So, the first benefit of a grateful heart or being thankful is that it conquers anxiety. And the way that you do this is by comparing yourself down instead of comparing yourself up. What do I mean by that? Well, we live in a society that is permeated by competing with the Joneses, trying to keep up with the neighbors, and trying to post on Instagram, all the great successes that you have. And when you do that, you tend to compare yourself to the posts of other people. What was their vacation like? Oh, they went to an exotic location, and I just went to Holiday World. When we compare ourselves up, it leaves us in a state of feeling unfulfilled, or feeling like we're missing something, or feeling like we're less than. However, when we compare ourselves down, when we look at those that maybe can't even afford a vacation, then we're going to begin to feel far more blessed. We're going to begin to feel far more gratitude and appreciation at the things that we have in our life instead of the things that maybe we don't have. So how you compare yourself is critically important to cultivating a heart condition of gratitude, because you want to make this a lifestyle, not just a thing that we do maybe once a year. Anxiety is hypervigilance at the fear of what might happen. Now, 9 times out of 10, those are unrealistic fears, and the things that we are afraid are going to happen don't happen. But when we do that, that generates these feelings of nervousness, this anxiety. Gratitude is the opposite. It is peace and calm in the midst of recognizing the present blessings that you have. So gratitude can help you overcome anxiety. Secondly, gratitude is a way to eradicate depression. It's a twofer, right? So the way that you do this is by helping others. Now, when we get depressed, we have this inward focus. We focus on ourselves. We're very introspective. And a lot of times we're thinking about the negatives, the things in our life that aren't going well. Now, there might be a legitimate loss. It might be the death of a loved one, or it might be the loss of a job, or it might be difficult life circumstances or health issues. And those things are very real. But when you become absorbed in those things and you focus on those exclusively to other things in life, or focusing on other people, then you become trapped in a negative mindset. Gratitude is the way out. It's the way to become more selfless and look at the needs of others. I'll give you an example. There was a time in my life when I was going through a period of depression. I felt very negative. I felt very pessimistic about a lot of things in my life. Just so happens, I began doing some volunteer work at a local nursing home. There's so many stories I could tell you about this experience. It was wonderful. Actually, I approached it. I kind of had to. It was a kind of an assignment, and I didn't want to do it. It was time consuming. It was I had to exert a lot of effort, but I ended up going. And I remember walking in my very first day to the nursing home, and I just had this dark cloud hanging over top of me, and I felt very depressed. I felt very sad. When I went into the nursing home, I encountered people who had extremely difficult circumstances, those that couldn't walk, those that had crushing or debilitating health conditions, those that were primarily lonely. They didn't. There was one woman in particular that she had pictures of her son, pictures of her family, but no one had come to visit her in years. She was very lonely, and so taking the time to visit with the people in the nursing home and to buy them a bag of chips, because maybe they didn't get anything special like that, and just to spend some time talking really helped me to recognize and appreciate the blessings that I have in my life, the good things that I have going for me. And when I walked out of that nursing home, the depression was gone, because I was focused on other people and I wasn't focused on my own problems. And it helped me to recognize the good things that are in my life. So that's another benefit of gratitude. It crushes not only anxiety, but it also can conquer depression. Third, gratitude checks your pride. I don't know about you, but I have a tendency when I succeed at something, or if I'm doing a great job, or I'm on a roll, I'll think, yeah, I'm awesome. Like, I'm doing really great. And that can go to your head. What we tend to do is we forget that maybe the successes that we're experiencing, well, not maybe, almost always the success that we're experiencing is because of help that others have given us. Maybe that was mentorship, maybe that was teaching, maybe that was because you got a bath and a meal and your hair combed when you were a child, and that helped you to grow up. Now, when we look at the contributions that other people have made in our life, whether that's in our career, maybe in our business, in your personal life, we recognize that we're where we at, and we are accomplishing some of the goals that we're accomplishing because of the help that we've received and the kindness of others. And so that state of gratitude will make your success much more fruitful, because you'll have a humility and a recognition of where you came from. It'll combat pride, and it'll help you to have a desire to help others succeed as well. Kind of pay it forward. Fourth, thankfulness improves your physical health. Now, there's so much research out there about this. Grateful people experience fewer health conditions, fewer aches and pains, asthma, heart conditions, cardiovascular, all kinds of things. A 2012 study that was published in Personality and Individual Differences demonstrated some of the benefits of health. But I challenge you to do a Google search. There are a lot of studies out there that corroborate the benefits of gratitude on physical health. Fifth, thankfulness enhances empathy and it reduces aggression. So maybe you are prone to being a little aggressive. Maybe you're very alpha in the way that you approach people, and you're very matter of fact, and you're very blunt, and you can be a little rigid in your thinking, and sometimes hostile verbally with people. Well, thankfulness actually will help to overcome this. Now, there's lots of ways to approach anger management and to approach dealing with aggressive behaviors, but one of the most effective is simply to be grateful for what you have, because that helps you to see other people's perspectives, and it gives you understanding, and it gives you empathy. According to a 2012 study by the University of Kentucky, go Wildcats, grateful people are less likely to, they're more likely rather to behave in a pro-social manner, even when other people are being rude or unkind to them. So again, gratefulness will build up your ability to overcome those nasty situations and help you not be aggressive in your response. Sixth, gratitude increases your mental strength. Of course, gratitude will reduce stress, but it actually builds up your ability to overcome certain types of trauma. For example, there's two studies I want to point out. A 2003 study published by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that gratitude was a major contributor to resilience in overcoming the effects of the terrorist attacks on September 11th. Another study, this was in 2006, in Behavior Research and Therapy Journal, found that Vietnam War veterans that had high levels of gratitude, they experienced lower levels of post-traumatic stress disorder. So again, there's a lot of information on this. Check the web. You can find a lot of information on how gratitude will build your mental health and help you to overcome things like anxiety and depression. But overall, in the midst of hardship, you'll have more resilience. And resilience is your ability to to not crumble under pressure, to not fold, to not experience maybe debilitating effects of trauma, because of having a grateful heart and recognizing the good even in difficult times. Seventh, a thankful attitude. Gratitude will help you to win friends. Just the simple act of saying thank you has been demonstrated in several research studies to show that people are more apt to like you because of that, and they're more apt to form social connections and friendships. So being grateful, saying thank you, showing your appreciation to people will help you to build your social network, which again is a layer to resilience and being able to handle difficult things in life. So again, this brings us back to focusing on positivity in the midst of what seems a never-ending stream of bad news, negative news. Gratitude is most critical when you're in the midst of difficult situations. Now, what do you have to be thankful for today? Whether you're celebrating a feast around the table with family or eating a TV dinner alone, I bet you have some things in your life that you could be grateful for. Now, for me, I'm going to take 5 minutes and write out a simple list of the blessings in my life and then be thankful for them. If you have a chance, maybe you should do the same. Until next time, don't just be transformed, be kinged, and have a happy Thanksgiving.